إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ثم أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذنا الله وإياكم من النار وما يقرب إليها من قول أو عمل أو اعتقاد. حياكم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
نسأل الله عز وجل يبارك فيكم في هذا المجلس. We ask Allah to bless you in this gathering, to bless this gathering. I happen to be one of a reminder for myself, a reminder for all those who are listening. And as we know, the topic today is based upon an-nifaq, based upon hypocrisy. As this word nifaq, there are some words, therefore they are formed by some letters in the Arabic language, which is the nun, the fa, and the qaf, which many times when these letters are placed together, تدل على الخروج, it indicates, it leads to going out of something, going out of something. And this hypocrisy in the Sharia is harul iman, showing out iman, apparent, making that which is apparent is iman, wa ibtal al-kufr, and hiding disbelief. This is hypocrisy. And no doubt we have, even among us today, don't get it twisted, there are a lot of hypocrites among our midst. Don't think for a second that this was only in the time of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because in the early stage, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was in Mecca, you wouldn't find ayahs being revealed in this early stage concerning hypocrisy. Why? Because no one was entering into Islam in Mecca excepting that they were definitely truthful to their faith. Because in accepting Islam in Mecca, it was great hardship and persecution, and it lead also to death. As we knew before what they had done to Bilal, radiallahu anhu, other companions, how the pagan idol worshippers, how they were dealing with them when someone accepted Islam. So here, you wouldn't find anyone accepting Islam based upon hypocrisy. Why? Because of the difficulty that which came with it. So when he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, went to Medina, when he migrated to Medina, and then Islam started to flourish. Islam started to become the deen of the day, started to flourish. You find now hypocrites that enter into Islam. People start coming into Islam now to do what? The doubt, to destroy Islam. And then it's from there you find that certain ayahs would have been revealed concerning the hypocrites. They were afraid of being shined up many times. But Allah will reveal ayahs. And then the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will bring certain narrations, will mention certain narrations that which would not be in their favor. But what they were doing? Coming into Islam, accepting Islam, taking the Shahada. But inside, deep inside, not deep inside, directly inside of them was this filled of kufr, disbelief, that having nothing of Iman. Nifaq has two types. Nifaq al-i'tiqadi wa nifaq al-amali. The hypocrisy of belief and the hypocrisy of action. The hypocrisy of i'tiqad, of belief. You know that this is the type of cases. Last time we stop with that. Now, it is the hypocrisy of i'tiqad, of belief. In most cases, it takes a person outside of Islam, makes a person a kafir. While in most cases, the hypocrisy of action, it doesn't take a person outside of Islam. Person still Muslim. Now we mention some the ayat, Bible ayat, al-Qur'aniyya, some Quranic ayats, that which these ayats وصفت المنافقين. It describes the hypocrites. The first thing to mention is that this hypocrisy, no doubt, it is a mark. It is a disease. It is a disease that which people have. Not a disease that which you can see that something is going to act out on the body. Something is going to break out. But this disease is even more dangerous than that. Because this disease of the body It can be easily eradicated being the light Jalla wa ala, you have taken some medication and it's gone. But this nifaq, this disease, is of hypocrisy, the disease of the heart, is the worst of diseases. That's why Allah Jalla wa ala mentioned, "Fi qulubihim marad," in their heart is a disease. فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. So Allah increases this disease. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ, and for them is a painful punishment because of their habit of lying. Or I mentioned, في قلوبهم مرض, in their heart is a disease. In their heart is a disease. فزادهم الله مرضا. So Allah increases this disease. وهذا المرض, this disease, is a shock, as some of the Mufassir mentioned. It is a shock, doubt. They have a doubt in their minds. Where to be? What is correct and what is not correct? Doubt. So I mentioned a rich filth in their heart. So they have this in their heart because why? They enter into Islam with this. They enter into Islam for their own reasons, for their own goals. So they had the hypocrisy. They came into Islam with this hypocrisy. فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. So Allah, He increased this marad, He increased this disease, He increased this filth of which they had in their heart, He increased this shock, the doubt which they had in their heart, because why? Of their habitual lying to themselves. Lying. Because they entered into Islam knowing to themselves that they are hypocrites. They may enter into Islam, it's a lie. Because they enter into Islam with their tongues, but in their hearts is something that is totally opposite, totally different than that which is in their hearts. So no doubt it's a mere lie. Know that they are lying to themselves. But this disease, they think that it would have remained in the manner in which they came in the Islam with it. La. Allah mentioned, فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا. So Allah increases this disease, increases their doubt. They had more doubt. Increases their risk, increases their filth. So they had more filth. Because of that, the habitual lie at which they perpetrate. Secondly, from the traits of these hypocrites is al-ifsad fil ard, spreading mischief in the land, corruption in the land, corruption in the land. كما قال الله جل وعلا وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض, and when it is said to them, do not commit corruption in the land, قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. They say, verily, we are the peacemakers. We are the ones that are rectifying things. We are making things right. ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. ألا إنهم هم المفسدون. إنهم إن حرف توكيد. Verily, surely, these people them whom they, again for emphasis, innahum humul mufsidun, they are the ones that are causing corruption, they are the corruptors. ولكن لا يشعرون, but they do not perceive it. So their disease is being increased in their hearts. Their rich and their filth are being increased in their hearts. There's so much so that they are deceiving their own selves. And they are the ones that which are creating mischief in the land, corruption in the land. But their hearts, with their disease, it blinds. This disease, it blinds their hearts. It blinds their eyes. Blinding. Their hearts are blind. Their eyes are blind. Their minds are blind. So they believe that they are the ones that set things straight. We are the ones, we are the peacemakers. We are the ones who set things right. We are the ones who put things in its proper place. Well, I mentioned what? إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. Nay, إنهم هم المفسدون. They are the ones who are corrupted. They are the ones who are making mischief, corruption in the land. ولكن لا يشعرون, and they perceive it not. When clear they are the ones that set things right. So this is again, for the evil effects of nifaq and hypocrisy is that it blinds a person understanding. So you find that a hypocrite, he may come into the masjid to sit down in the classes, try to learn on Islam, but the end result, the truth of Islam, is something difficult to enter his heart because of what? The hypocrisy. His heart is stained with filth. His heart is blind. It's blinded by the hypocrisy. From the sifat, from the attributes, which Allah mentioned, consider them in the Quran also. رمي المؤمنين بالسفر is that they cast upon the believers, foolishness. Now they are the ones that are foolish. Those who believe, they are foolish. They are not wise. Allah mentioned concerning this. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسُ قَالُوا أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ السُّفَهَاءُ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ, وإذا said to them, آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسِ, believe in the way that people believe. Believe in the manner of how the muhajirun, how they believe. Believe in the manner and how the Ansar, how they believe. What happened? They said they believe in it. What did they say? قالوا, they say, should we believe in a manner and how these fools believe? SubhanAllah. So they call the believers fools. So we believe the manner how the believers, how the fools believe. أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ. So we believe in the manner that how these fools, how they believe. But again, Allah mentioned, أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ السُّفَهَاءُ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ hum again. Surely, verily, they are the sufaha. They are truly the sufaha, the foolish ones. وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. But they do not know. But they do not know. Again, because why? The hypocrisy again at which they enter Islam. They believe that they are so smart, that they are intellect, that they are playing the believers' games. So they are at an edge over the believers. So they look towards the believers as those who believe in the Tawheed, those who believe in the oneness of Allah. They look towards them as idiots. Because why? Because they truly believe in La ilaha illallah. They truly believe that nothing has the right to be worshipped except Allah and Allah Jalla wa ala. They are fools. Why? Because they are following this man. The name is Muhammad. This man that cannot read nor write. They're following that man. He's not from among the elite, not from among those of wealth, those of affluence. So the end result, they have to be fools. Because if you have intellect, then your intellect will let you know that it's not correct for you to follow someone that which cannot read and cannot write. Your intellect will lead you to understand that there cannot be one God in this creation. This creation is too vast to have one God, one creator. This is the reason why they worship many gods, giving them their praises, giving them their ibadah. But for you now, to say that there is only one God, one true God, you have to be fools. أَجَعَلَ آلِهَةً إِلَهًا وَاحِدًا إِنَّ هَذَا لَشَيْءٌ عُجَابٌ أجعل آلهتنا إلها واحدا أجعل الآلهة إلها واحدا إن هذا لشيء عجاب. Now, did he make all our gods into one God? أجعل الآلهة إلها واحدا. Did he make all the gods into one God? إِنَّ هَذَا لَشَيْءٌ عُجَابٌ. That is something which is strange. This is what I mentioned concerning who? Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Something strange. So that's the reason why they are looking towards the believers as they are fools. How can you make all these gods into one God? How can you follow a man that which cannot read, cannot write, and claiming that he is receiving revelation? La. You have to be fools. Ala innahum humus sufaha. They are the sufaha. They are the fools. Walakin la ya'lamun. But they do not. They do not. Fourthly, al-istihza'u bil-mu'minin. Another one of the description is they the hypocrites mocking the believers. Mocking the believers. As Allah mentioned concerning this, وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, when they meet those who believe, when they meet the believers, قَالُوا آمَنَّا, they say, we believe. When they're with the believers, they say what? We believe. وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ, but when they go alone, Allah call them the shayateen, they're devils. إِلَى سَادَاتِهِمْ إِلَى رُؤَسَائِهِمْ, when they are alone with their leaders, with their elites, the elite ones, قَالُوا إِنَّمَا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ, they say, إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ, verily, we are with you. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ, and verily, نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ, we were just mocking them. We were just jesting with them. Who? The believers. Just jesting with them, mocking them, being with them, feeling like we were praying with them, acting like we're breaking fast with them, acting like we're going out with them, acting like we're eating with them, just mocking them. But where our hearts really lies is where? Is with you. With you whom? The shayateen. Look how Allah described them. The elite from amongst them. The leaders from amongst them. The leaders. وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ, but when they go in seclusion and they are alone with their devils, subhanAllah, look at the description of Allah, with their devils, قَالُوا, they say, إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ, surely, verily, we are with you. We are with you. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ, but with the believers, we're just playing with them. Again, this is how they look towards us. Because remember, again, they look towards the believers as fools, as idiots, as those who have no sense. So the end result, they always believe that they have a strike over the believers, that they are over them. خامسا, fifthly, وَوَلَاةُ الْكَافِرِينَ, but the description is that the allegiance will be with whom? With the disbelievers. The allegiance will be with the disbelievers. As Allah mentioned concerning this, بَشِّرِ الْمُنَافِقِينَ بِأَنَّ لَهُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا, give the hypocrites the glad tidings. Give the hypocrites the glad tidings. بِأَنَّ لَهُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا, that for them is a painful punishment. Give them the glad tidings. That for them is a painful punishment. الَّذِينَ يَتَّخِذُونَ الْكَافِرِينَ أَوْلِيَاءَ مِن دُونِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah mentioned الَّذِينَ يَتَّخِذُونَ الْكَافِرِينَ, that those who take the kafir, the kafirin and its believers, awliya, they take them as friends and as protectors and lovers, min dun al-mu'mineen, beside the believers. Allah mentioned, أيبتغون عندهم العزة فإن العزة لله جميعا. أيبتغون عندهم العزة. Are they seeking from them some izzah, some honor? Seeking from whom? From the kafir, the disbelievers. Are they seeking from the kafir some honor? فَإِنَّ الْعِزَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا. For verily, the honor, all of it is for Allah Jalla wa Ala. Subhanallah. All of it. So you will see them, the hypocrites, being among the Muslims because of whatsoever goal that they're going behind. You're going to be together with the Muslims. But where their true allegiance, where does it lie? The allegiance, where their true love is, where their true compassion is not with the believers. Their true hatred is for the believers, it's with the believers. They want the destruction wholeheartedly. This is where their heart is towards the believers. They only want destruction. Because if they wanted khayr, if they wanted good for the believers, then they would have accepted Islam with a true heart, the true acceptance. The true acceptance. But they only want the evil for the believers, the destruction for the believers. But for the kuffar, this is where this is where the allegiance is. But no problem. Bashir al-munafiqeen. Can you imagine these hypocrites being among the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and hearing ayahs like these being rehearsed? Subhanallah. Imagine this, the hypocrites. But even among us today, the hypocrites have been among us today. And they're hearing an ayah like this. Bashir al-munafiqeen. Give glad tidings to the hypocrites. بِأَنَّ لَهُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا. That for them is a painful punishment. Listen to this. That for them is a painful punishment. الذين يتخذون الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين. Which would be actually their description. They know this for themselves. That they are taking the kafir ones, be it where it is from among the police or the army or different gangs, whatsoever. From among the kuffar, among the disbelievers. They know to themselves that, yes, that our allegiance, and that they are with them. They are our awliya. We take them as friends and protectors and lovers. Who? The disbelievers. Beside the believers. We don't want them to be our friends. We don't want them to be our protectors. We don't want them to be nothing for us. We want the destruction. This is what we want for the believers. But the end result, they are the ones that are going to be destroyed. And doing all this for what? I made it clear to us. أَيَبْتَغُونَ عِنْدَهُمْ عِزَّةً. Are they seeking from him some izzah? Are you seeking from the kafir, the disbelievers? You seeking some kind of izzah? You seeking some kind of honor? You're seeking some kind of power, some kind of dominance. And you see, when there was a great fitna and a great madness with the Muslims and these different gangs, what happened? You see a lot of Muslims also did one. When it says that they can't get their way, can't get their way with the believers, that they go across to get their way with who? With the co-fatherless believers. Go across with them, trying to do what? Trying to gain some honor with them. To gain some fame with them. Trying to gain some kind of big rank with them. Where is the true rank? Where is the true honor? Allah mentioned to us in this verse. فَإِنَّ الْعِزَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا. For verily, for Allah Jalla wa Ala, to Him alone belongs what? Belongs all of the honor. He is the one that can give you honor. He is the one that can give you rank. He is the one that can make you successful. But instead of going to Allah Jalla wa Ala, instead of truly submitting to Allah Jalla wa Ala, what they do is that they run to the kuffar, run to these believers to gain some kind of honor, some kind of rank. Because again, they accept Islam with their tongues, but in their hearts, that disease, that which you wouldn't see him, remains there, and this disease is increased. It increased until after a while, what happens is that the disease, it suppresses them. So it's difficult enough for them to be among the believers. Because among the believers also you are hearing ayahs like these and driving you crazy. So what happened? Sometimes the end of it is that you say, okay, that's it. I'm going to stop faking now. I'm going to be real. Who am I? This is who am I. You know, you're shocked. So wait, this brother is to be among us, praying with us, breaking fast with us, eating with us, going out with us, going out with us, being in sports with us, everything with us. This is where he end up. You believe that he was with you. This is how dangerous the hypocrites are. Ayah number 6. Al-khida' wal-riya' wal-takasul al-ada'i ibadah. What are the signs of the hypocrites? Deception. Showing off and being lazy in carrying out ibadah, in carrying out worship. Lazy. Allah mentioned this. إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ يَخْدِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَهُوَ خَادِعُهُمْ. Verily, the hypocrites, they seek to deceive Allah. وَهُوَ خَادِعُهُمْ. And He, Allah Jalla wa Ala, He deceives them. Now Allah deceiving them, not in a manner at which we perceive that deception is, which is widespread among the Muslims today, deception, but are deceiving brothers. Nah. This is how the hypocrites are. Very deceptive. Because why? First, they make you believe that they are with you. So Allah mentioned, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ. Right, the hypocrites, يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهِ. They deceive Allah. How? Praying their salah, being the rights of the Muslims, claim to do certain acts of ibadah, worship, going out with the believers, seek the road to deceive Allah Jalla wa Ala. So I mentioned in that verse, يَخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. They seek to deceive Allah and those who believe. وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. But they seek that accepting their own selves. Here I mentioned that they seek to deceive Allah Jalla wa Ala. وَهُوَ خَادِعُهُمْ. How Allah Jalla wa Ala deceive them? Allah Jalla wa Ala leave them in their deception, believing that they are getting through, believing that they are penetrating, believing that they are the ones that are upon guidance, they are the ones who have intellect, they are the ones who are upon the straight path. They are being deceived. But they're thinking that they are deceiving Allah Jalla wa Ala. وَهُوَ خَادِعُهُمْ. Leaving. That sooner or later, He's going to bring the axe upon them. They are the ones that actually being deceived in their own deception. Because why? Because in the end result, here Allah Jalla wa Ala is going to leave them there and place them into the hellfire. But they believe in what? That they are deceiving Allah Jalla wa Ala and the believers. But the end result is that they're going to end up in the hellfire. Now, so what I mentioned, look again from the description. وَإِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ قَامُوا كُسَالَى. And when they stand for the salah, they start for the salah, قَامُوا كُسَالَى. That they do this in the manner of those who are, yes, lazy. They don't want to worship. Because why? Remember, they're hypocrites. So from their signs you will see this. You see someone among us. Again, these are all signs Allah has placed for us. For us to see those among us. This is why we brothers and sisters, no doubt, you have to be very careful. These signs, we should be rehearsing these signs. Learning these signs, memorizing all of these signs. In order for it not to be a part of our description, a part of our attribute. Because why? When a brother or a sister who has knowledge concerning these signs are seeing these signs in you, then you are forcing your brother or your sister to look at you with one eye closed, one eye open. It's being a state of fear instead. Because why? I'm seeing the side of hypocrisy with this brother or this sister. I'm seeing it. When time to pray, they don't want to pray. They will do everything. If they're working, they want to be at work, only working behind you. If you remind them about Akhi, it's time to pray. Yeah, my sister, you don't pray. You reach there for the prayer, you see the sister, she's outside. Just like, are you praying? Sister asks us, are you praying? Yeah. But the prayer's going on, what's up with you? Oh yeah, all right, okay. Akhi, what happened? You not praying? Yeah. Come on, shit, just lazy. I mentioned here. وَإِذَا قَامُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ قَامُوا كُسَالَى. And when they go to stand for the prayer, they do this in a very lazy manner. يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. And doing it for what reason? يُرَاءُونَ النَّاسِ. Doing it for man to see, doing it for people to see. Okay, they gotta believe that I'm a believer. So I have to pray among them, take a little prayer among them with them. I know I came into Islam, I just accept Islam because why? I want some gain, I want some help. Or the Muslims, they have artilleries, so I want to get some guns. So I'm going to the Muslims, I'm going to accept Islam. Just for this cause, or I see a sister. And I know that in order to marry a sister, I have to take Shahada, I have to be a Muslim. So what happened? I take Shahada. I don't believe in nothing. But I take the Shahada because why? I want to marry the sister. I want to marry her. This is the reason why we don't advise the sisters. If someone newly accepts Islam, we don't advise the sisters that they should marry someone like this. Nah. Give them time. Give them time. Let them learn their salah. See, they frequent in the masjid, they frequent in the durus, the classes. Give them time. But what happened? You see many times when they do this, they go and get married to someone else. This happened recently. A sister grew up in Islam from a tender age. From all her age, because she was very small, tender age. Grew up in Islam. He came to get married now. Came to get married to someone who no accept Islam. No accept Islam. How was the meeting? How was the relationship? Allah Ta'ala wa a'lam. But he come to get married. After, you know, so the Fatiha, do you know what is that? You know what the prayer, Do you have an idea what is prayer? But now you that grew up in Islam, you will get married to the brother. What purpose? How can it benefit you? Are you seeing Imam? Are you marrying him for his Islam? Which Islam are you marrying him for? The new Islam. Because why? You're afraid of the old Islam. So you want to marry a new Islam. Because he now accepts nothing. He knows about his religion. But you, that born and grew up in Islam, you want to marry this person who knows nothing about Islam. So I mentioned to the sister, La, you have to hold on. Let his brother learn his salah. Let his brother frequent classes. Let his brother show something of his eagerness towards Islam, that he loves Islam. SubhanAllah. Makes sense. Imam too slow. So I saw the brother sometime. I asked him, what's going on? Say, they get married? Yeah. Get married. So they went, man, Ahl Bid'ah. And just get married. I said, Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Mashallah. You try to advise them what is right. You don't want this. Now, so I mentioned, يَرَوْنَ النَّاسِ, that they come to the Salah now what? To show people to see. Look, I'm praying now. وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا, and they do not remember Allah إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They remember Allah in their hearts إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They remember Allah with their limbs, with their ibadah, with their worship إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They remember Allah with their tongues إِلَّا قَلِيلًا, except in a little. وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They remember Allah excepting a lot, excepting a little. Allah mentioned مذبذبين بين ذلك لا إله هؤلاء ولا إله هؤلاء. Swerving. The swerving between them. لا إله هؤلاء ولا إله هؤلاء. They're not here with them, and none of them are here with them. Swerving. Swerving. وَمَنْ يُضْلِلِ اللَّهَ فَلَنْ تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. Or whomsoever Allah leads the street, فَلَنْ, never, فَلَنْ تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. You're never going to find any way, any sabil. It's سبيل الحق. You won't find a way to the truth. فَلْتَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. You will find the way of what? The way of Islam. Because of what? Because Allah mustahil this person. Why was he misguided? Huh? Is it that you think that Allah Jalla wa is unjust? La. You a hypocrite. You a hypocrite. You were not seeking guidance. You were not seeking guidance. If you were seeking guidance, you would have been guided. But you were seeking hypocrisy. You were seeking dalala, misguidance. So they say you were misguided. As I mentioned. فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا وَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا. When up until when they go astray, أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ. Then Allah caused their hands to go astray. Allah then pushed them astray just like that. We see here, وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ. Whosoever Allah leads astray, فَلَا تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. We will find for him any sabil, any way of guidance. It's not because Allah Jalla just wanted us. They just mislead his servant to misguide him. La. فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا. Only up until when they choose to go astray, they choose this first thing. You choose nifaq. You choose hypocrisy. You choose this. أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ. Then, this is what you want. This is what you seek after. This is what you truly need. Then Allah will ask us, go astray. Don't blame Allah Jalla wa ala. Now, Anas bin Malik رضي الله تعالى عنه قال, he said, سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول. Anas bin Malik mentioned, I heard the messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say, تلك صلاة المنافقين. تلك صلاة المنافق. That is the prayer of the hypocrite. يجلس يركب الشمس حتى إذا كادت بين قرني الشيطان. He sits and watching the sun. I mean the Asr time, Salat al-Asr. He sits watching the sun until when now it's close now between the horns of the shaitan. The Prophet mentioned when I mentioned that the sun, it sets, also rises, it sets between the horns of the shaitan. Rises also is why we don't pray at this time. We don't pray at this time. But mention, Tilka Salat al-Munafiq. This is the prayer of the hypocrite. Yajlisu yarkabu shams. Sits down and watch the sun until now the sun is going down, almost ready to set. قام فنكرها أربعا. Then he stands. Prophet used the word nakar. فنكرها أربعا. Nakar, which is like the bird or the chicken. You see when they're eating something, it's picking quickly. This is how we pray the Salah now. Said, لا يذكر الله فيها إلا قليلا. Doesn't remember Allah in it, excepting a little. This is the Salah of who? The hypocrite. Now tell me, from this verse that I mentioned here, especially this part here, the verse that I mentioned, وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. And they do not remember Allah except a lot. Excepting a little, keep saying that, excepting a little. Tell me, which one of us here could actually feel totally safe or feel safe from hypocrisy? Which one of us? Huh? Which one of us? Because I'm sure every single one of us here, sometime in our prayer, we don't remember Allah except in a little. Every single one of us here. Sometimes we pray, sometimes you can't remember. Did I pray 4 rakats? 3 rakats? 2 or 4? Did I make the tashahhud or not? Sometimes, even after the prayer, we ask ourselves, what happened? Did I give salam? Or didn't give salam? Subhanallah. Don't even know what we have done in the salah. It happened to all of us. Then, no doubt, none of us here should feel free and feel safe from hypocrisy. But I have, inshallah ta'ala, a whole chapter concerning this, which for sure, and inshallah doubt, you will not be able to get into this today. Concerning this. Do not feel, none of us, anyone, anybody, any believer, you cannot feel safe from hypocrisy at all. Now, قال ابن القيم رحمه الله إذا 6 صفات في الصلاة من علامات النفاق. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he said 6 attributes in the salah. It is from the signs of a hypocrite, or the signs of hypocrisy. Al-kasr عند القيام, laziness عند القيام إليها, when time to pray. Lazy, don't want to pray. Observe people with this. Some people, they're like this. Observe them with this. ومراعاة الناس في فعلها. I want it to be seen by the people in performing it. So firstly, the first thing he mentioned is that laziness when time to pray the salah. Secondly, he mentioned what is to be seen. What is to be seen when praying. Then he mentioned وَتَأْخِيرُهَا, and delaying it. Delaying the salah until it's the last time. Before it goes out now, run and make it go fast and pray quickly. تأخيرها. Then he mentioned وَنَقْرُهَا, and praying it swiftly. As the Prophet mentioned, praying this swiftly. It's praying like if you like a bird is picking. 4 rakats and 2 twos. وَقِلَّةُ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ فِيهَا. He said, and remembering Allah Jalla wa Ala, very little in it. How do you remember Allah Jalla wa Ala in this one? Then he mentioned, وَتَخَلُّفْ عَنْ جَمَاعَتِهَا, and staying away from the jama'ah. Staying away from praying the salah in jama'ah, in congregation. This is for the men. That we know that it's time for a salah in the masjid. What happened? We're going to steal them in their houses. We're going to steal them in their houses and pray our salah. So he mentioned that these 6 here, he said that they are in the salah, they are the signs of hypocrisy. So again, if we see any of these here, and as you can see, what he mentioned here, and all the ayahs which you quote before, you can find some evidence of that which he mentioned here concerning this. That's in these things he mentioned. So it is for us to try to make sure that none of these signs that they are in us. Number 7. التحاكم إلى الطاغوت. This is a very, very important thing also. Is that seeking judgment with the false judge. Taghut. No, Taghut is the false deity, false judge, false judgment. قال تعالى mentioned ألم تر إلى الذين يزعمون أنهم آمنوا بما أنزل إليك وما يريدون أن يتحاكموا إلى الطاغوت وقد أمروا أن يكفروا به ويريد الشيطان أن يضلهم ضلالا بعيدا. Allah mentioned, ألم تر إلى الذين يزعمون أنهم آمنوا. Have you not looked towards the one who claimed that أنهم آمنوا, that the ones who claimed what? That they believe. They believe in what? بما أنزل إليك. That they believe in that which was revealed to you, what was sent down to you. وما أنزل من قبلك. And they believe what was that which was revealed, sent down to those before you. Allah mentioned what? يريدون أن يتحاكموا إلى الطاغوت. That they want to go to seek judgment. To seek judgment in what? In the Taghut, the false judge. False judges. And false judgment is seeking. وَقَدْ أُمِرُوا أَنْ يَكْفُرُوا بِهِ. And they were commanded to what? To reject this. How many times when it says there are disputes between a brother and a brother, or a brother and his wife, maybe they get a divorce or something, or what happened? The quickest thing that you may hear from the sister's voice is what? I'm going to take him to court. Or you hear another brother mention what? I'll give him a kiss. I'll give him a kiss. Taking the matter to whom? To a false judge, to the kuffar, to the disbelievers, to judge between their affairs. This is from the side also of the hypocrite. Rather than let's go to the Imam, the one that may have knowledge, judge between our affairs. Let's go towards the sheikh. Let's go towards the alim, the scholar. Let's go to what? To rectify our affairs. No, I'll take it to court, to the Kafir court. Let me take it to the judge. To judge what? To judge by other which Allah had revealed. Taghut. To judge by that which the system, a group of people, they came together to do what? To formulate a law, a rule, going against that which Allah ruled by. Taghut. But sometimes, no doubt, some brothers, they force the sisters to do this. Because why? They have children with the sisters. They're not fulfilling their rights. And the only way they can get their rights, not by going to the Imam because he don't business. Not by going to the Sheikh or he don't business. The only way that you can get the rights for him to see about the child or the children is to go to what? These kuffar. For them to mention to him, it's incumbent upon you to pay X amount of money towards your kids for the month. And now, what you do now? The smart believer, the one who has all this iman, is do what now? You're going to submit and pay it to the court. Why? Because you fear for the kuffar. But you don't fear for Allah subhanallah. You are fear for the disbeliever. Because why? They can lock you up, put you in prison. But the Imam, he can't lock me up. The Sheikh can't lock me up. They have no authority over me. But if you were smart and you were clever, and you would know, yes, the authority they have over you, call Allah, call Rasul. When they say Allah mentioned, when they say the Rasul mentioned, this is the authority. Because Allah placed them in authority. And if you had respect and you understood authority, then you would take your matter back to those in authority. in true authority from among those who understand the Quran and the Sunnah and Fahm Salaf al-Salih. But again, because of your ignorance and your jahil behavior and your kafir behavior and the behavior of nifaq, of hypocrisy, is that the wife knows she is forced to take it to the disbeliever because he knows now once the court passed the ruling and that's it, you're going to submit now. Unfortunately. So this again is a sign from the sign of the hypocrite also. Is that they love to carry their affairs outside of their ranks. Carry their affairs for it to be judged by the Tawhut and to judge with the laws, that is the Tawhut, not the laws of Islam. Number 8, of the description of the Quran is al-ifsadu bayna al-mu'mineen, causing corruption. There's been a corruption between the believers. Between the believers. All men are considering this. لو خرجوا فيكم ما زادوكم إلا خبالا. Had they go out with you, ما زادوكم إلا خبالا. They would not increase you except in disorder. Except in disorder. Whom? The hypocrites again. All they wanted to go out to the believers to do what? To spread mischief in their ranks. To spread mischief in their ranks. Allah mentioned, وَلَأَوْضَعُوا خِبَالَكُمْ يَبْغُونَكُمُ الْفِتْنَةِ. Now, what they want to do, and they will have hurry about in your midst, spreading corruption and sowing sedition among you, among the believers. This is who? The hypocrites. Then Allah mentioned, وَفِيكُمْ سَمَّاعُونَ لَهُمْ. And amongst you, this is who knows the believers. Amongst you, سَمَّاعُونَ لَهُمْ is those who give them a hearing. Those who listen to them, those who obey them. وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ بِالظَّالِمِينَ. And Allah has knowledge, full knowledge of the wrongdoers. Of the wrongdoers. So from the description is that what? Spreading mischief between the believers. So what happened? They know that this brother, he has some kind of discord. They have some disagreement. He will go with his brother and mention to him, I heard this brother talking about what happened. You know something? This brother is speaking about you that you are the worst person on the face of the earth. That you are the wickedest thing on 2 feet. You are the most evil thing you ever come across. And then after, you go by the next brother and mention the same thing. Spreading what? Corruption between the believers. Spreading hatred between the believers. Spreading namima. And namima, naql al-kalam, by the ithnain ala jihat al-ifsad, is spreading talk, transmitting talk between two people in order to cause corruption between them. This is what it does. This is who? This is great sign of the hypocrites. They love to have this order among the believers. Have them arguing, have them in quarrel, go between two sisters, create fitna between them, or between a sister and a husband, Fitna between them. Go to the husband, whisper in his ear like a shaitan. Your wife, I saw her so and so pleased. You don't know what she was doing in that place, but I saw her so and so pleased. And I think I saw a man sitting next to her, close to her. It was kind of close to her. Subhanallah. I think. Now, your wife, she was in so and so place, so and so day. Yeah, I saw her. You know, she was in McDonald's, she was in McDonald's, but her brother sitting having lunch. Fitna! You don't even know that if it was her brother that she was with, her uncle, all you want to do is to create fitna, to mush up the sister's marriage. Did you go to the sister firstly and mention to her sister, you know, I saw you in a certain place, and it looks like you were in a kind of compromising position with someone. I knew your husband said, no, it wasn't your uncle. Then you might hear, no, that's my uncle, that's my brother, that's my father's son, that's my brother with a different mother. You didn't know, but you run to create fitna. And this is a great sign of the hypocrites, that love to create fitna between the believers. قال ابن كثير mentioned قوله, Allah's statement, وَفِيكُمْ سَمَّعُونَ لَهُمْ, and amongst you are those who listen to them, مُطِيعُونَهُمْ لهم, and that they obey them. مستحسنون لحديث وكلامهم, and they take their kalam, they take their statements as something which is good. يستنصحونهم, seeking their advices from among the believers, seeking the advice of the hypocrites. وإن كانوا لا يعلمون حالهم, although they do not know their condition, they do not know they are hypocrites, of course. If your companions knew that they were hypocrites, you would go to them. فَيُؤَدِّي إِلَى وُقُوعِ الشَّرِّ بَيْنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. But then this leads to what? To evil happening between the believers. وَفَسَادٍ كَبِيرٍ, and a great destruction. That's what they mentioned. The ninth ayah we'll go today, with the description of the Quran of the hypocrites, is concerning al-Arab al-Ma'ruf wa Nahy al-Munkar, commanding the right and prohibiting the wrong. Allah mentions them with this: al-Munafiqun wal-Munafiqat ba'duhum min ba'd. The hypocrite men and the hypocrite women, they are of each other. يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمُنْكَرِ, that they command with what? With munkar, with wrong. وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمَعْرُوفِ, and they prohibit from ma'ruf, that which is right, that which is correct. وَيَقْبِضُونَ أَيْدِيَهُمْ, and they close their hands. What do I mean by they close their hands? That they are tight-fisted. When it comes to do what? To spending. Fi sabilillah jalla wa ala, they are tight-fisted. When they are asked to give, to support the masjid is in need of this. La, they are tight-fisted. Their hands are closed. Hypocrites. Signs of the hypocrite. Their hands are closed. When they are asked to give their wealth for building the masjid, to clean the masjid, to pay the bills of the masjid, to take care of the affairs of the masjid. No, their hands are closed. They can't do this. It's difficult, it's hard. It's a pressure on them. Subhanallah. But to give their wealth in haram, it's very easy. To invest in the haram, it's easy. To give their wealth to a woman of which they have no jurisdiction over, or to which They're not seeking Allah's pleasure, but they're seeking the woman's pleasure. It's easy to do this. It's very easy. Allah mentioned what? وَيَقْبِضُونَ أَيْدِيَهُمْ, and they close their hands, they tight fisted. When time they give for the sake of Allah Jalla wa Ala. Nasullah, they have forgotten Allah. فَنَسِيَهُمْ, so here Allah forgot them. فَنَسِيَهُمْ, here Allah also give them the same. But not Allah Jalla wa Ala, He forgets anything. فَنَسِيَهُمْ فَتَرَكَهُمْ, they forget Allah Jalla wa Ala, they forget Allah, Allah leaves them. نَسِيَهُمْ فَتَرَكَهُمْ. إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ, verily, the hypocrites, they are the disobedient ones. They are the disobedient ones, the hypocrites. So what they do? The believers. Allah mentions the believers. Al-mu'minuna wal-mu'minat. The believer man, the believer woman. بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ, that they are awliya, and they are friends and allies and protectors of each other. Concerning them, Allah mentioned what? Concerning the believers, يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ, that they command the right and they prohibit the wrong. Let them waste time. The believers, they command the right and prohibit the wrong. But not the munafiq, the hypocrites. They do what? They command the wrong and they prohibit the right. Totally opposite. So when you see brothers are always choking in wrong things, or something evil, something wrong happens, yeah, they're choking, yeah, they're it, yeah. And choking the evil. Beware of them. When it comes to the right thing, you want to downplay the right. The haqq, the truth, downplay the truth. Part the truth. When it comes to the evil and the wrong, yeah, choke up your heads, yeah, they're in it. Be very careful. Be very careful. Listen again, it is a sign of hypocrisy. Don't play the haqq. Don't play the truth. A brother wants to command the right. Partner, hold on. A brother wants to prohibit the wrong. Take it on. Lower it. Nah. Standing up for the truth? Nah. Standing up for injustice? No. You're first in the race. Like America. For injustice, for wickedness, you're first in the race. Just know my head making a statement also. I stand behind Israel. No. I support Israel. You might hear the Muslims saying this all the time. Because why? Follow the traits of whom? The hypocrites. When time to command the right, pat. Prohibit the wrong, you pat. Be careful. You see brothers doing this again. Well, Asha. Number 10. تواسيهم بترك الجهاد. They are the hypocrites. They advise in doing what? Leaving off for the jihad. Spread this advice among their peers. So Allah mentioned. فرح المخلفون بمقعدهم خلاف رسول الله وكرهوا أن يجاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم في سبيل الله وقالوا لا تنفروا في الحرب قل نار جهنم أشد حرا لو كانوا يفقهون. فرح المخلفون بمقعدهم. Those who stay back, meaning for the battle of Tabuk. Those who stay back, they are happy, but they are staying back for the messenger of Allah. You know, the Prophet didn't go forth. They go forth to the battle of Tabuk. And they are happy and they are staying back. وَكَرِهُوا, and they dislike and they hate. And يُجَاهِدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ, they hate to go out and fight with their wealth. وَأَنفُسِهِمْ, and their person with their lives. They hate this piece of the part of Allah. They hate this mention. They hate this. وَقَالُوا, and they say, do not go forth fil harr. Don't go forth fil harr. Don't go out in the heat. The weather is hot. Don't go out in the heat. قُل, Allah mentioned Prophet, قُل, say, نار جهنم, the hellfire, أشد حرا. It is more intense in heat. So what hypocrites do? The call is made to go out in the path of Allah Jalla wa Ala, to go out in the battle of Tabuk. The call was made. Instead they go out with the messenger of Allah. All they can do now is to do what? Is to try to encourage each other now not going out in the path of Allah, and to stay away, and to interrupt back, not to go forth. And saying what? لا تنفروا في الحر. Do not go forth in the heat. Subhanallah, it's not in the heat. Allah mentioned the Prophet قل, say, نار جهنم أشد حرا. The hellfire is more intense in heat. So which heat you prefer? Going out in the heat, fi sabilillah, in part of Allah Jalla wa Ala, or you prefer the heat in the Jahannam? See, it is more intense. لو كانوا يفقهون, if they only had some kind of fiqh, some kind of understanding. Now, قال تعالى, so I mentioned, يا أيها الذين آمنوا, you who believe, ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله ثاقلتم إلى الأرض. O you who believe, ما لكم, what is with you? إذا قيل لكم, when it is said to you, إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله, go out in the path of Allah. إذ ثاقلتم إلى الأرض, go out, meaning go out and war in the path of Allah Jalla wa Ala. إذ ثاقلتم إلى الأرض, that you cling on to the earth, cling on, we don't want to go anywhere. أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة. Are you pleased with the life of this world over the hereafter? فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل. فما متاع الحياة الدنيا. What is the متاع? What is this متاع? This provision, this little Mickey Mouse thing here we have here in this dunya compared to the akhirah? What is it? إلا قليل. What is the provision in this life in comparison to the next life, the hereafter? إلا قليل. Something is small, but the end result, we cling on to the earth. إلا تنفروا. If you do not go out, يعذبكم عذابا أليما, that he will punish you in a painful punishment. ويستبدل قوما غيركم, and he will take people shining. So he will change that state with a people that is other than you. ولا تضروه شيئا, and nothing you'll be able to do what? To harm. Nothing. والله على كل شيء قدير. And Allah over everything want the cure. So the end result, if it is that you believe the advice of the hypocrite, that when it is that the true call is made to go out and fight the battle of Allah Jalla wa Ala, clean on to the land, clean on to the earth, as if you know what, okay, you stay there, then you cannot die. You are cling on to the land, cling on to the dunya, hold on to the dunya. Fear to go out for justice, for the right, not for injustice, not for oppression, not for wrong, to go out for the right. To go out for the right to which Allah made right. Not what man made to be right. What Allah made to be right. To go out to establish La ilaha illallah, to make it the highest. You want to cling on to the root. But when it is to go out, to spread mischief in the land, to go out, to rob, to go out to fornicate, to go out to run drugs, to go out to do the haram things, you quit, you first in the race. That's how we are today, subhanAllah. The showing signs and signs of what? Of hypocrisy. So signs of hypocrisy, ونعوذ بالله من هذا. نكتفي بهذا القدر. We will suffice with this amount. And beyond the shadow of the dog, we have to go into a part 2 with this, because we have a lot of things to mention still concerning the areas of some examples of the action of the hypocrite in terms of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the kind of mischief that they created, and also the end result, the different adhab and punishment for the hypocrites, and also the aqwal of Salaf, the statement of the Salaf concerning not feeling free from hypocrisy. We have all these things still to cover, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to be into much, an hour and a half now, already. Now, so we stuck inshallah ta'ala, and our next gathering, which is maybe the end of the month, inshallah. Now, at the end of the month, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to complete this bi'idhnillahi jalla wa ala, stuff with the adhan. And if you have any questions, inshallah, feel free to take them, once we could answer them based upon the answers from the ulama, inshallah ta'ala. تفضل. Could I pass 8? Sorry?
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر
الله.
لا إله إلا الله
Now, so if you have any questions, inshallah ta'ala, and we hope they're here right now. And if you go next sitting, next week, the first thing we're going, the next week, inshallah, we're going to is now the hadith, is the narrations that which, or some narrations, that which describe the hypocrites. To deal with next week, next week, inshallah, or next sitting, we will start with the narration. They have the ayahs, some ayahs. Then we'll start with some narrations on the message of Allah that dealt with the signs of the hypocrites. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll go after that.
It's a take on as Muslim believers wanting to prepare a certain dish that is traditionally prepared for the kafirs and traditionally prepared on those holidays they celebrate. But it's a take on the Muslims now wanting to prepare that same traditional dish on the specific day.
I think the better we phrase it is, what is the ruling concerning this one, and what is my take? The message of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Whosoever imitates the people, he is of them. Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned that the least thing concerning this statement is that it is a tahrim, is that it is haram. If it will lead into kufr, the least thing is that it is haram. For you to imitate the people. And to try to say that we are in a cosmopolitan country, that is what religions, we have a lot of different religions here. We have the Christmas, and they have the particular meal that which they made. We have the Easter, or the particular meal in the bunny eggs. We have Diwali, which is the Hindus, idol worshippers. So they have this celebration, which they have the particular meal and all of this. So we are also going to do what? To prepare this particular meal, which to prepare a special meal. For a special occasion, we are going to do this also. No doubt that we are going to fall into the shadow. We're going to fall into imitating the kuffar. As he mentioned, this is impermissible. Allah Ta'ala a'lam. What's it about? No, what to eat tonight?
Concerning the Torahs, right? Can you elaborate on how the Khawarij may misuse this term and describe it in Muslim rulers in Muslim countries?
Now, the question concerning which the Khawarij, we mentioned about something about the Tawhut. And the question is that, or the request, that if I can elaborate on this a bit, because the Khawarij, they love to use this word, at-Tawhut, specific to whom? To towards the Muslim rulers. Towards the Muslim rulers. Based upon the ayah, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. Whosoever judges or rules by what Allah revealed, and he is a kafir. So they take this ayah and take this word, as I mentioned the other ayah, and they want to seek to their judgment, the character, to say now that if it is that a Muslim ruler, that he judged by other knowledge of Allah view, then immediately he is a Tawhud, he's a kafir, he's a murtad, he's an apostate. Firstly, the asl of this, even the Abbas mentioned, this is kufr dun kufr, because it is ayah, meaning the minor kufr, minor of two. If it is that a ruler is doing this, believing that this rule, this law at which he's making, that is Arana Allah Jalla wa Ala, this is equal to love Allah Jalla wa Ala, then this take him outside full of Islam. If it is, he makes a rule, and he also believes that this rule, or this order, this law is better than the law of Allah Jalla wa Ala, then this can take him outside full of Islam. Can take him outside full of Islam. If it is, he does this action, maybe it could be through force, to being forced by external forces. Like many things happen behind the screen at which you cannot see. That which a ruler might be forced by some other superpower to make certain moves, to make certain rulings. And instead of stepping down, or believing my stepping down might become a greater fitna, or whatever, he happens now to do what? To fall into passing something other which Allah had revealed. Believing that it is haram. Believing that it is haram. And this person or ruler has not fallen into kufr. Because all of us here, we do things, sometimes we may encourage other people in doing certain haram acts, knowing that it is haram. Are you a kafir with this? Have you become a kafir by doing this? La. You're a kafir with this. So then you could make a rule in your house that is against the Quran and the Sunnah, or for your wife, or for your children. You can force your wife to do something that is haram, against the Quran, against the Sunnah, against the ruling of Allah. You force her to do it, which is haram. Then you are kafir because of this. Huh? The same way the ruler, that he passes some off rule, some off law, around what Allah has revealed, because of some desire, or some nafs, or being forced, or something. He's a kafir. So he's a kafir, but you, that which has done the same act, in your house, as the ruler of your house, the man in your house, you're not a kafir. You have to be just. You have to be equal. The same way, if you force a wife to do something that is haram, and you say that it is halal, and you do an istihlal, Allah mentioned in the Quran it is haram, the Prophet mentioned that it is haram. It is totally haram, but you force it upon her, and then you make it halal. You also, with this act, can become a kafir, an apostate, because you make it what Allah made haram, you make it halal. It's the same as I mentioned before. If the ruler had done this act, make what Allah make haram, halal, believing it to be halal, or believing it to be equal, this law or rule to be equal with Allah rule or law, or to it even better than, or claim that it is better than Allah rule or law, then this, of course, freedom of self of Islam. But the Khawarij, the moment you judge Allah revealed, you are a kafir immediately. Immediately you are a kafir. Then there is no believer left. Subhanallah. Nasallallahu al-afiyah. That's it. Alright, so see you all inshallah ta'ala بعد أسبوعين after 2 weeks إن شاء الله تعالى. شكرا بارك الله فيكم. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لكم وسائر المسلمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.